Hello, church family. This is your pastor, Pastor George E. Thornton Sr., Dr. George E. Thornton Sr., coming to you from the Magazine Street SDA Church. As you can see, this is an empty church. And this is not normal, but it's really necessary. I thought I'd come to you to let you know, talk about, at least answer two questions. And those two questions are this. Number one, when will our church reopen? And then question number two, what is happening at Magazine Street Church during this global pandemic? We've almost been into it almost 4 months now. And I know many of you are like me. You wish we could be at church right now. And if I had my way, I would like to be in church and see all of you again. And Lady Thornton and I, First Lady Thornton and I, we miss all of you. But you know that not only we, but the world, the United States, we are in a global pandemic. And we've got to make sure that the safety and the well-being of all of our members, guests, friends, and family members is our number one priority. And so we cannot open simply because we would like to reopen. We've got to make sure that we have certain things in place. I want you to know that as the Magazine Street SDA Church, we are bound by three entities as we go through this global pandemic, COVID-19. We're bound by the requirements and guidelines and the recommendations and the regulations of the state of Kentucky and the local city officials, Metro Louisville. We're bound by them. And then we're bound by the Southern Union Conference, which we are under in the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And then the local conference, South Central Conference, which we are under and which we operate from. And so we are bound by all three of these entities before we can open up again and have services, be it a small gathering or our usual gathering that we've had in the past. But the past will not be the same because of this new normal that we're now in. And so before we can open, we have to get approval from the state of Kentucky, the local city officials. It has to be approved by the Southern Union Conference. It has to be approved by the South Central Conference, our conference president, Elder Ben Jones. And just want to let you know that we meet regularly with our conference president to update us as to where we are, because this pandemic, this virus, we thought we had it licked, but it now is surging again. And so we were anticipating opening up, at least having a small service on August the 1st coming up. But that has now been moved back into September, the first week in September, because this global pandemic, this virus, has not flattened. In fact, there's spikes. And Louisville and Kentucky is feeling those spikes. And so we can't open. But when we do open, we have to make sure that we meet certain guidelines, certain regulations, and certain things that are required before we open up, to make sure our building is properly ready for people, make sure that we have all the sanitary things that we need in order to make sure that people are safe and that we will not be spreading the virus or people will not catch it because they've come to the Magazine Street Church. And so I ask you to be patient, because we don't want to lose anybody's life, young or old or in between. And so we will keep you updated as to when we will reopen. And I want to let you know, in the meantime, as your pastor, I have appointed and I've asked our first elder, Elder Rodney Jenkins, to serve as our lead person on the reopening planning committee. And then I've also asked one of our members, Sister Arlisa Runyard, to serve as project manager. So those two will be leading out and reporting to me, and I with them, we'll be communicating. And they will begin to put together, assemble a committee, small committee, subcommittee, task force to ensure that we're meeting all the guidelines before we as a church can reopen. I want to say to you that on last Sunday, Elder Jenkins and Arlisha began meeting with some of the board members this past Sunday in a Zoom meeting. And we're still reviewing those committees and the names and so forth and those recommendations. Elder Jenkins and I had conversation in our Wednesday briefings about the meetings and the results of that meeting. And so we'll share more with you as it becomes available. But we want to open up too. And we want to be back in service. Oh yeah, I want to be back in service and see all of you again. But we can't do it until we meet those guidelines and we get the go-ahead and the green light from the state of Kentucky, from the Southern Union Conference, and from the South Central Conference, which we are part of. Now, the second question, what is happening in Magazine Street Church while this pandemic is going on? I want to share some things with you. There's much going on, and probably you're not aware of, but I wanted to share with you. I wrote down some things. I want to share those with you. What are some of the things that are going on here at the Magazine Street Church, Seventh Adventist Church? Well, there are a number of ministries and activities and programs taking place. In fact, on Friday, we had a virtual joint communion service with the Capitol Hill Seventh Adventist Church in Washington, D.C., and what a time we had with that service. And then, we have Tithes Pickup and Healthier Food Store on the first and third Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. We have that ongoing. And then we have Sabbath sermons each Sabbath at 11 a.m. on our website and YouTube, brought to you by yours truly. And by the way, we've got two exciting preachers that will be coming to us, and I'll share more of that with you in a few minutes. And then we have Tuesday prayer and prayer requests, phone number hotline on 12:15 to 1 p.m. You can come on Tuesday and make your prayer requests made known. We have that ongoing. And then we've been having a wonderful time in Wednesday night study in the Word. That's online. Dial in 6:15 p.m. to 7 p.m. And we've had a wonderful time. In fact, on this past Wednesday night, Sister Thornton brought the word to us. And what a powerful word she brought to us about the quarantine garden. You should have been there, and we had a wonderful time with that. And then we have Family Life Summer Series every Sabbath from 3 p.m. Crystal and Troy are leading out in that, and that's on Zoom. That's for the month of July and August, and what a time you can participate in that. And then we have Children's Division Sabbath School. That's on Zoom. We have Adult Sabbath School, which is on Zoom. And then our young adults had a tremendous talk on social justice, the young adults. And then we're trying to get AYM started up again. We need someone to help start that ministry, be it on Zoom, online, in some kind of way we can get that jump started. And then we have coming up the E.L. Menace graduation on June the 30th, right here at the Magazine Street Church on the parking lot, under a tent. And then we have two dynamic guest preachers that will be coming to us on August 8th. We'll hear from Pastor Corey Johnson. Pastor Corey Johnson used to be here. He spoke here at Magazine Street one time. He will be he will be with us speaking on the 8th of August. And then on the 15th of August, we will have Pastor Richard Martin coming to us. Both of these powerful young men are preachers of the gospel, and you look forward to hearing their messages. And then we have the Martin Ray Scholarship Program, August the 22nd at 7 p.m. And then there are a number of ongoing ministries that are serving the community during this pandemic period. We have the food pantry team under leadership of Brother Joe Mal and his team, serving families right near the church. And this past Sabbath, we passed out 40 bags handed out on last Sabbath. And that's every third Sabbath from 12 to 2 p.m. And then we have the Noel Goodwin Scholarship Fund food giveaway every Saturday at 2 p.m. Cecil and Vanessa Williams and their crew are doing just a bang-up, beautiful job, blessing people in the community. And then we have something coming up. We mentioned that on the one call. August 2nd, Cara Beatty will be leading out a pizza for the homeless, and that's on August 2nd, on a Sunday, giving lunch to the homeless, and you'll hear more about that. And then our elders are preparing to conduct, beginning the month of August, going through September, October, the elders will do a study on Daniel Revelation Study Series, beginning the month of August, and that will come on by the elders. And then, of course, continue calling, visitation. And these are just some of the things that we're doing. So Magazine is alive and well. And we are carrying out ministries of the church, and the church and people are being blessed. Let's keep praying for each other. Let's keep asking God and see what he has in store for us. I hope that this pandemic will be over soon. But until then, stay strong, stay well, stay home if you can, and please keep each other in prayers. This is your pastor, Pastor George E. Thornton Sr. and Lady Thornton and I. Please know you are in our hearts. Amen.